Good day and welcome to the Friday edition of the Sport Rep Show. I am Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, your host for today. And now for your latest on the hit list. "60 of the top players from Darts Club throughout Namibia were in action at the annually hosted Keetmanshoop Dart Club tournament. Kavango West Darts Club, consisting of Chief Robert the Poison Muronga, Joas Kapona, Severin Nangolo and Gert Boys, emerged as the men's team competition winner of the event. Mafia KA Beach Mixed Dart Club followed in the second position, with Keetmanshoop Darts Club finishing in the third spot. The host Keetmanshoop won the women's team category, followed by Raymond Darts Club in second and Kavango East Dart Club in third position. The tournament was previously known as the Ridgely Tournament. We hosted the first tournament in 2012, and this is the first year that the tournament is known as the Keetmanshoop Darts Club Tournament. This year we accommodated players from the clubs in Kavango East, Kavango West, Oshana, Swakopmund and Windhoek. He explained the tournament director, Susan Blau. According to Blau, this year's competition was tough and thoroughly enjoyed by all. That has been actually one of the sports that has also been making strides. You know, some of the sports are not so popular, but there are people playing them, and as you could just witness there has been top of the cards caliber action. Around the globe it is played and enjoyed as well. At this weekend's National Short Course Swimming Championship 2024 in Swakopmund, hosted by the Namibian Aquatic Federation, paraswimming will be well represented with a total of 4 swimmers in the multi-disability class. The 4 paraswimmers are Caitlin Botter, Owen Ramakutla, Namasiku van der Linden and Kayla de Oliveira. The paraswimmers are supported by NASFED and the Namibian National Paralympics Committee. This competition is registered with the International Paralympics Committee. Caitlin and Namasiku have an IPC classification. This means that they are officially registered as paraswimmers and their swim times are recorded by the IPC. The Multi-Disability Committee under NASFED will seek to complete the IPC classification process for Owen and Kayla during 2025. And to more news here now, it is about the cycling. The Namibian Cycling Federation's best talent will once again take on serious international competition this weekend. Vera Lusa and Alex Miller are expected to compete at the UCI Marathon Mountain Biking World Cup event at Lake Placid in the USA state of New York this Sunday. Both competed at the UCI Marathon World Championship in Snowshoe, West Virginia last weekend. A 104-kilometer course with a gradient of 2,000 meters, the same for men and women, was laid out to determine the new world champions of the discipline. Miller, 22nd, never quite overcame an unfavorable starting position before also encountering mechanical holds-up at the front. Denmark's Simpson Andresen maintained perfect tactics throughout the race, knew how to manage his strength and save his last cartridge in a final attack that allowed him to cross the finish line in first position. American Christopher Blevins finished second, 10 seconds behind, with Spaniard David Valero confirming his excellent form with a third place, just 2 seconds behind Belvins. Andreas Seewald and Viktor Korlecki completed in the top 5 as well. Now that is top cycling there, and we hope that the cyclist will be able to continue making strides in that. We will now take a visit to the marketplace, and after that it is what is in the pipeline.
Neo Paints is proud to call Namibia home. For more than 70 years, Neo Paints has been inspired by this country's natural colors and beauty. To produce the wide variety of trusted quality paints we have become known for. Proudly Namibian by nature, Neo Paints has over the years involved itself in several key projects across the nation, bringing lasting beauty, premium paints to liven up both indoor and outdoor environments. As durable as the Namib Desert, Neopaints has stood the test of time through all weather conditions, leaving a lasting impression on the hearts and the minds of all Namibians. Neopaints Namibia, a coat of excellence.
Continue with some exciting news there. The second edition of the All-African Kyokushin Karate Championship in Windhoek will be a special occasion, the media was told at its launch at the Namibia Sports Commission offices yesterday. The continental showpiece competition of the Kyokushin World Union KWU, which runs from today until Sunday at Crete Gymnastics Club venue at Mairua Mall, will see athletes from 11 African countries competing for top honors. Namibia will be represented by 150 athletes from Namibia Full Contact Martial Arts Federation, supported by 20 officials and 20 volunteers from 8 the regions. Speaking at the press conference, Zambian coach and technical director of Zambia Kyokushin, Kabuklani Shinan Farai Mangaba, expressed the team's strong desire to succeed in the competition, indicating that they have come with the sole goal of scooping medals. Let's now visit the marketplace again before we take you through the pool and billiards in the pipeline.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
The Namibia Pool and Billiards Federation has embarked on a journey to promote growth of the sport in the country. Public Relations Officer of the Federation, Charmaine Kotze, believes there is potential for the sport to become one of the most popular fraternities in the country. Kotze is adamant that the sport is transitioning from being regarded solely as a social activity to being recognized as a leading and productive discipline. Kotze further encourages those who play the sport or have an interest in to keep an eye on their social media platforms. About Pool and Billiard is the name given to a series of cue sports played on the billiards table. The table has 6 pockets along with the rails into which balls are shot. Of the many different pool games, the most popular include 8-ball, black ball, 9-ball, 10-ball, 7-ball, straight pool, 1 pocket, and the bank pool. Let us now hear that is from Charmaine Kotze, and after that it will be Ari Ogat with the latest international news. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, I have to laugh and leave you and say enjoy the weekend. The sport rep is joined, that is by Charmaine Kotze, Public Relations Officer of the Namibia Pool and Billiards Federation. I'm sure many Namibians will be aware or are familiar with pool and all those stuff, but I'm joined by Charmaine here. Welcome to the sport rep, Charmaine.
Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here and talk about something that I personally enjoy and love.
Wonderful stuff there. Speaking of pool and billiards, Charmaine, can you just explain what the Federation does and what it is about?
Okay, basically the Federation, we as a group, we are currently 6 in a group, and we were chosen by our fellow players in order to ensure that pool is run correctly and that pool gets seen as a legitimate sport in Namibia. I mean, a lot of people see it as only a place for people to hang out at bars, but no one really knows how much you need to use your brain. And I mean, it's a very tactic game. It's a very tactic sport. So we are there to ensure that Namibia sees us, hears us, and take us forward, so that we can come onto the level of which South Africa is now.
Yes, definitely. South Africa, many would attest to that, that it is at a very advanced level in terms of pool and all of that. How has the response been from the general public and everyone involved, and in terms of the Sports Commission, the support and all?
So far, we've had, for the last 5 months now, we've had the MBBF League. So far, it's been going very well. Everyone is enjoying it. We are currently coming to an end with the MBBF League, but they are starting to work out. We are starting to work out, our league administrator at least, starting to work out regarding the rankings for individuals as well as the rankings of teams. So pool has grown a lot. I mean, I started 2 years back, and what it used to be and what it is now, people are really starting to see pool as
a sport that needs to be definitely put up there with the other sports, of course. So definitely there are a lot of plans coming up, as you said, a lot of administration work still to be done in order to make sure that you are at that level that you want to be, and you, as you stated there, so far everything is going well. What has been some of the challenges?
Okay, so a couple of things that we as a group have been working on as the committee. We are working towards a referee training session, which will start on the 28th of November. First level, second level, and third level. Obviously, the first level is for beginners, and if you have done the first level already, you can continue on to the second and the third level. Then we are also working on Champ of Champs, which will then take place on the 29th and the 30th of November. We are still working on venues for that, because as you know, we are coastal bound as well. So it's Windhoek, there's a couple of clubs. Coastal is, there's a lot of other towns growing pool as well now. So, I mean, this year it's Swakopmund, it is Windhoek, it is Walvis Bay, so it's Gobabas as well. We want to grow it even more, so we're looking towards Reebot as well, because there's a couple of people that play pool from Reebot, but they have the tendency to come in most now, or they have to come in. They have to come the tendency, but they have to come in. But we're working towards that as well. Because I mean, you would like to play your sport, and you would just like to enjoy it and not stress about driving that far. Yes,
definitely. As you said, have you guys been involved in international competitions so far?
Last year, yes. There was a group who traveled to SA or South Africa. I'm not completely sure how they did on that side, but as far as I'm concerned, they did very well. They're a group of 7. So it's 7 ladies and 7 men. They are still currently part of the Namibian team, but they are really a force to be reckoned with. They are, and they've been growing ever since last year. I've played a couple of games against the ladies. The other night I was like, sure, some work to do.
Competition. Well, I think pool is quite an interesting thing. I mean, many that have grown up in the townships and all that is a game. Like you said, it's people took it for fun, and the fact that it's becoming more of something that is a sport that can actually also generate income for families and stuff like that. Apart from the plans that you have outlined here, what is the future outlook, the general future outlook of it? Where do you guys want to see yourselves, let's say, for in the next 5 to 10 years?
I personally myself, because I enjoy it so much, and I know there's a couple of people who spoke to me about what they see for the future of pool as well, is we really want to grow it in such way that, I mean, this year we are 156 players.
Wow.
And we want to grow it past 200, and we want to start sending teams more on a regular basis to South Africa, because like I said, they are on a whole different level than we are. So if we can get to that level, then we can start hosting South Africa, bringing them here, letting them play a league against us on this side. So we want to start doing that, or I really want pool to go in that.
Go to that level.
Yes.
In terms of sponsorships and revenue and stuff like that, at which level are you guys right now?
Currently, as the new, the AGM was held not too long ago, so we are the new committee. So I am, as PRO, currently busy working on some sponsorships for us. And then also the Champs of Champs is also a way forward, according to, what do you call it?
According to driving that in terms of getting the sponsors and all that. Speaking of the Champs of Champs, before we conclude, definitely we are looking forward to the competitions that are coming up, definitely. But how is the entries and everything in that? Is that sorted? Where will people be entering into the competition and all that? And are there any Facebook pages where people can go to get, or any websites?
Okay, so the Champ of Champs, like I mentioned, it will be on the 29th and the 30th of November. We are still busy with the nitty-gritty parts of it, but usual places where you can sign up for the competition, as we as committee is still busy working that out. We will send out everything, and then you can start signing up for the next league or the Champ of Champs, either by Mint or King Q's or Kippie's Dance Bar. At the coast, it's Sparta again, Sparta Sports Club, United Sports Club. It is also Celtic on that side, Coastal Warriors on that side. There's a whole lot of places where you can sign up for that, yes. But like I said, that is still to go out. The letter to everyone for the Black Ball. And then, yes, there is a Facebook page where we do post. You can also just find it under the NBBF.
All right.
Yes.
Definitely. Any last additional words you would love to say before we conclude?
Yes, I would like to. I myself, personally, I've met a couple of ladies who see me with a glove and they see me with a chalk in my hip. And they ask me, oh wow, do you play pool? Yes. Do you play it on a competitive way? I tell them yes. They're like, oh wow, they never thought in Namibia there would be any ladies playing competitive pool. But ladies, really, I urge you to join us. We are growing in numbers now, and even kids from the age of 13, like I said, it's not only bar all the time. It's a legitimate sport. It's a way for you to think further and to take your time. It's patience. It's really, I want to invite the kids and I want to invite the ladies especially. Don't be afraid. Just join us.
Just join them.
Just join us. It's awesome.
It's awesome. Well, that was Shemaine Kote, the Public Relations Officer of the Namibia Pool and Billiards Federation. From me, Jesse Jackson, Kauraitha, and the entire sports rep crew, it is goodbye.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It's from the UEFA, the Europa League games that was played. It is Tottenham Hotspur from the English Premier League. They beat Karabakh by 3-0, and they through to the next round. And now they need to focus on a big game coming up on Sunday. They will then play at Manchester United, so it's a big game for Tottenham Hotspur. Other results in the Europa League is that Braga beat M Tel Aviv by 2-1. Then also Lyon, the French club, they beat Olympiacos by 2-0. And then also it was Rangers, the Scottish club, a good win for them. They beat Malmo by 2-0. That was an away win for Rangers. Moving on to golf news, it's the President's Cup that started, that is being played in Canada. It is team competition, men's PGA, the American team that's playing against the rest of the world. 5-0, it is the American team that leads after the first day. There's going to be lots of golf still to be played, 12 singles games also on Sunday, but it was not a good day for the international team. It was South African Christian Besaidnout that joined Taylor Pendrith in the one game, that is foursomes or 4-ball that they played, and they lost one down to Wyndham Clark and Keegan Bradley. So it will continue on Friday, Saturday and finish on Sunday. On to tennis news. It is the China Open that started. All the best players in the world playing in the tournament. On the women's side of the draw, there was a big surprise. It was number 6 seed. That is Emma Navarro of United States. She's out of the tournament, losing to unseeded Shang Chui. She is from China, and the score there was 6-4 and 6-2. Number 15 seed Paula Badoza of Spain safely through to the next round. On the men's side of the draw, it's number 2 seed Carlos Alcaraz of Spain. He's safely through. He played against Frenchman Gilles Perrat, and he beat him by 6-4 and 6-4 to go through to the next round. And also good result, number 3 seed Daniel Medvedev. He played against another Frenchman, Gilles Monfils, and it was Daniel Medvedev winning that game by 6-3 and 6-4. That's the Chinese Open continuing through the week and will finish next week. To close off today's international sports news, it's rugby news. 2 great achievements by individual players this coming weekend on the rugby field. Firstly, it is the Springboks that play against Argentina. The big achievement there is the lock, that is Eben Etzebeth. He will be the new record holder for most games played ever by Springbok. He will play his 128th game when he played for the Springboks against Argentina on Saturday. He's beating the record of Victor Matfield. Then also the All Blacks, they play against Australia. There's also achievement there. That is Sam Cane. He plays for the All Blacks. He's a former captain, and he will play his 100th game, and he becomes the 13th player for the All Blacks to play 100 games. The record for the All Blacks at the moment is Sam Whitelock with 153 games. That's international sports news for today. I hope you have a great sport day and sport weekend, and we'll talk international sport again on Monday. Goodbye.